If you've ever tried to lose weight and failed, you need to listen to me right now because it most likely wasn't your fault. Give me 15 minutes and I'll tell you exactly what you need to do to start losing weight today, no matter what your goals are. The truth is, there isn't a fast way, but there is a fastest way. You can even make really good progress in just about 30 days. So put away the apple cider vinegar and turmeric before bed, and let's talk about what actually works. You need a good, calculated, tracked diet, as well as exercise daily. There's so much misinformation around these days, which makes it nearly impossible to find out what the actual truth is when it comes to weight loss. That's why we've put together the ultimate guide with verifiable information just for you. Let's start with something everybody has heard of. CICO, C-I-C-O, calories in, calories out. Eat less and move more. It's the thermodynamic weight loss equation, but is it really the whole story? Well, no. Of course, in 100% of cases, it's absolutely necessary to lose mass. However, it won't always give you that dream body you're looking for. There can be a whole host of reasons why you fail if your weight loss plan looks like a blank sheet of paper with the word CICO written at the top, and that's it. Firstly, people don't know their maintenance calories. You can use online trackers to get pretty close, but everybody is different when it comes to how their body metabolizes food. The best way to get the clearest view of what your maintenance is to track your calories. You need to know exactly how much you need to eat to maintain your current weight. And from there, you can go up or down however you wish. So step one is to track your calories for a week and see if your weight goes up or down. If your weight goes up, your maintenance is below what you've eaten, and vice versa. Then, since we're looking for weight loss, we'll choose a deficit. Under 200 is going to be too small, and over 600 is going to be far too much. We shouldn't be undergoing a deficit for more than around 12 weeks. More than that is going to lead to diminishing returns. So, depending on how fast you want to lose weight, a lower deficit is going to give you more consistent results, but a higher deficit is going to give you faster, more explosive results. And remember, just because you see bodybuilders and your favorite influencers going into a 1,000, 1,500 calorie deficit doesn't mean you should or can. Their lives are built around being able to do that, and yours isn't. You most likely have a job or a family or school or whatever commitments you may have that get in the way of just doing that. If this first part seems daunting to you, seems like too much math, too many numbers, just download the spartai app. There's a 2-minute quiz on there and it will tell you exactly what calories to eat a day, exactly what macros you need to hit, all of the things you want to make sure you hit your goal. It's an incredible tool for weight loss, especially if you've tried other things in the past and they just haven't worked. We've talked calories. Now let's talk macros. Which ones do we care about? Which ones are most important? And what do they even do? Let's talk the big three. First off is protein. If you're going to lose weight, you need to eat protein. This is going to stop muscular atrophy and make sure that the bulk of what you're losing is going to be fat. An easy way to calculate how much you should be eating is 1 gram per kilogram of body weight as a minimum and 1 gram per pound as a maximum. So for example, if you weigh 60 kilos, you should be eating somewhere between 60 and 130 grams of protein a day, preferably on the higher end. Now, if possible, you'll want to get the majority of your proteins from animal sources like meat and milk and fish and things like that. If you're a vegan or vegetarian, it's very, very important you go and research what amino acids you specifically need to kind of make up for that. Secondly, we have carbs. These are a non-negotiable. A couple of days a week, you might not hit your protein goal. That's okay. Carbs is going to be your savior. I know you've been led to believe that these are the things that make you fat. These are the things you need to avoid, but it's simply not true. They're used for energy production, brain function, and they're certainly not the devil. You cannot completely cut carbs and expect stable or lasting change. For most people, temporarily cutting carbs can lead to phantom weight loss, and it will just be water weight. This is because the water binds to the carbohydrates in your muscles, and when you cut the carbs, you cut the water weight. This is why people see a rapid reduction in weight when they cut their carbs, but then it will always go back up as soon as they put those back in their diet. Now, we need to do some maths. Carbs should take up about 50 to 60% of your daily caloric intake, and 1 gram of carb is about 4 calories. So let's take an average and assume that you're eating 2,000 calories a day. So 55% of that is 1100 calories, divided by 4 is 275 grams of carbs a day. Of that, less than 30% should be sugars. Again, carbs are not your enemy. Carbs are your best friend if you want to feel refreshed and happy all the time. Finally, the third out of the big three is fats. Again, it seems counterintuitive to want to consume fats when you should be losing fat. However, we need to understand why they're important for our health and our diet. The biggest thing to understand is the difference between trans fats, saturated fats, and unsaturated fats. Without getting too deep into the chemistry, unsaturated fats are the best for you, saturated fats are a bit worse, and trans fats, just stay away completely. There's no health benefits whatsoever. Just a quick note, if you are under 18, you are going to need a higher percentage of fats in your diet. It's about 25 to 30% compared to 15 to 20% for adults. This is because obviously your body's still developing. Make sure you nurture your body while you are under 18. That being said, we'll use the same calculation before with our imaginary person who's eating 2,000 calories a day. 20% of 2,000 is 400, and each gram of fat is 9 calories. This person shouldn't be eating more than 50 grams of fat per day. All right, that was a lot of different numbers and calculations and whatnot. But if you want to skip all of that and just have it done for you, head down to the link in the description and get 1 year for free of our health app. It tracks all of your calories, macros, meals, workout, progress pictures, anything else, you name it. At the end of the week, it will give you a complete summary of what you did that week, where you've improved, where you've lost, everything you need to know. It's the single most valuable app on my phone and I use it every single day. It takes 30 seconds to log your meals, track your calories, anything else. It's just so easy, it makes it a breeze. Just go down right now, click the link and get on the waitlist for the app. It'll take 30 seconds to a minute, if that. You just put your email in and that's done. All right, we've gone through a lot today. And if you want to go to our website to find out more, just click here. We also have some more productions coming out soon to go more in depth on everything we've covered today and more. Again, if you want to make a change for yourself this year, head down to the description right now and sign up for the Spartai app. It will change your life. Boom.